newly released documents from NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden says the NSA was able to break into the encrypted network of Al Jazeera. The break-in happened in 2006 during a time when President George W. Bush criticized the Qatari state network for its coverage of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. The same document goes on to say the NSA was also able to get into airlines for Iran, Paraguay, and Russia. For more, we're joined by Philip Giraldi, former CIA officer and counterterrorism specialist. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Does this show the NSA has an even farther reach than what was previously thought, Philip?
Well, the thing that astonished me about this article was the fact that anybody is surprised by it. NSA has been spying on millions of American citizens illegally for 15 years. So why should it surprise anyone that it would be spying on Al Jazeera, which the Bush administration considered to be in cahoots with the enemy in Iraq and Afghanistan? So I was not surprised by this at all. And bear in mind that the United States has 10,000 military, diplomatic, and intelligence personnel in Qatar. So they have their foot in the door already. They have the ability to just basically step outside their door and get involved in the telecommunications in the country.
Well, let's go back to that time. Let's remind our viewers that Al Jazeera was facing a lot of scrutiny from the government. What would the NSA be looking specifically for within their internal communications?
Well, I think probably what they were trying to do was to justify the arguments they were making at the White House level that Al Jazeera was collaborating with the enemies of the United States. So NSA would have been mandated to be looking for that kind of information, and if they had that kind of information, they undoubtedly would have gone to the Emir and lodged a diplomatic protest, and possibly even gone farther than that. As we know, they did bomb offices belonging to Al Jazeera in both Afghanistan and Iraq. In those days, under George Bush, the sky's the limit.
Well, given the current political climate, we're having all of the scrutiny right now of foreign intervention and foreign relationships, could the similar thing be happening right now to a station like RT?
Oh, I would bet any amount of money you want to name that it is indeed happening to RT. I'm sure that if you have secure communications, which I would bet you do, that the NSA has either broken those communications or is working very hard on doing so. The fact that RT was designated as a foreign agent by the Treasury Department not so long ago would indicate to me that they would be a target of the NSA.
Well, that is about media outlets within the country. What do you make of the NSA breaking into the networks of private companies or public companies like the airlines?
Well, again, it depends on what the NSA was targeting. I would think that the NSA would probably, and I'm just guessing, be making a plausible case that it had to get into the record keeping of the airlines because it wants to detect possible travel by terrorists. I mean, there's always a plausible excuse that the government can make for the activity that NSA, CIA, and the FBI undertake.
Well, could this change how we think about the security of virtual private networks within different industries?
Well, absolutely. I think that the signal on this has gone out a long time ago that private companies should be looking to their security. And there are a lot of things that should not be going out in electronic communications, because I think the assumption has to be made that NSA, CIA, FBI, with their extensive capabilities, can break into all these systems. So I think that should be the bottom line. You don't put sensitive information in an electronic format that can be intercepted and broken.
Well, this just means more people need to have face-to-face communications if they're going to share things like cookie recipes. Thanks, Philip, for joining us.
Thank you.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.